Yeah, and it's interesting because everyone always asks, well, are you gonna live up to Sissy's character? Are you gonna live up to the original movie? And you just kind of think about like, well, I don't really, I don't know. Will I live up to the original movie? But you have to be completely secure in what you're doing and what you're putting on screen, because I just gotta think about it like any other movie. It's just a movie and a script you love, and it's a character you love and that you really want to go into. And so you do the same thing that you do in any other film, because that's just your process, and you don't have to think about, oh, well, God, well, this scene is not going to be as good as that scene, or that scene's going to be not as good as that scene. You just got to be completely confident in what you're doing, because otherwise you'll tear yourself apart, and you just have to be secure.
I think the other thing to think about is I think that there's lots of room out there, like in terms of bandwidth of ideas. So let's say that they did a brilliant movie, and let's say those performances are fantastic. And it doesn't have to take anything away for this to be completely modern, two new people. And, there was, like Kevin was saying, there was a number of things that we are able to do now that for a lot of reasons weren't done then. So they really can exist as two separate, equal, incredibly great things. That's what I like to think. And ours is just naturally its own thing. And it's been really one of the most rewarding, fun, crazy experiences. But I can say the mother-daughter and the relationship in our movie, it's profound. And it really is the heart and soul of our entire story. And there's a ton of fun in it, right? Because they're titans who are at war with each other.
Oh, listen to that. Oh. It's not going to be that way in the movie, people.
No,
Enjoy it while you can.
Well, actually, but I'll let you in on a secret that it's a hell of a lot different in the movie than that.
Well, is there ever a moment for any of you as a producer or director, stars, like when you're making a movie like this, sometimes like the debates you have to realize they're so absurd, like, no, he can't be impaled this way, it has to be this way, or no, that's not enough blood. Were there moments you're like, what am I doing?
Well, the biggest thing is how much blood. So I can tell you, there were it was R&D for about 3 or 4 months. There was like 50 blood dumps, and it was, is it 3, 4, or 5 gallons, right? Is it thin, thick, not thin at all? Do we dump it from here? Do we dump it from there? I can tell you guys, and you don't have to try this at home, most of the times you're going to miss. You're not going to hit the person you're aiming for, or you're going to hit their shoulder, or you're going to hit their wig. And then the thing was, is it going to hit her on the day?
And also, no pigs were harmed in the making of this movie. No actual pigs, anyway.
Right, well, not that I know. But anyway, so you are always wondering, God, how big should that blade be? How big is too big, right? How big is scary and how big is funny? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because, in a horror movie, particularly like this, that actually is a horror movie, is dark, but also is funny. There are really dark, morbid, moments in it. These are big questions. Like, first of all, how much blood is too much blood? So every single time I would see her, I would realize, okay, we went too conservative, and I was always saying, will you put on more blood?
She literally, I showed up one day and I was covered in blood, like nothing was clear, and she goes, yeah, we need more blood. And I went, there's no inch on me to cover in blood.
More blood. And with the dress, more blood. But then also, like she said, we had wet blood, we had fire blood, we had all these different kinds of blood. So you become an expert on, what that texture looks like, and is it scary?
I think one of the things to note is it's an R-rated movie, which I know you guys are all excited about. So you could depict the work of the book accurately. You didn't have to pull your punches, and I think that's one of the exciting things about what these guys have done.
I promised I was going to open this up to questions. I am a man of my word. So if you guys want to talk to the people up here, now is your chance. I already see lines forming. We've got mics over here, we got a mic in the center, and we got a mic over there. And we're going to start moving this way to that way. So line up now, we'll get in as many as we can. We'll start with Kick-Ass over there if he can get his hood on. This one might be for Chloe. That's just a guess, but
what gives you that idea? Yeah, this one is for Chloe. You're psychic. So I'm a huge Kick-Ass fan, obviously. Huge fan of Carrie too, horror movie, buff. So really excited for that, but I have a question for Chloe, and just a little lead up to the question. Me and Hit Girl here, we're actually on the cover of Kick-Ass 2, the comic book. Like, our costumes are on the cover of that. And last week, I got a call, and I'm actually going to be in Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, you got
Yeah, thank you. I almost didn't make it to this because I have to fly out on Monday to, I don't want to say where the set is, but to the set.
Now you're bragging.